At the start of the last decade, Cain Velasquez devastated his opponents on the feet.
Rounds. Big right hand.
Overwhelmed them on the ground.
Beautiful technique. Oh, big.
And never allowed a second of respite inside the cage. The Mexican mauling machine was expected to have a long reign.
And he's down.
But a series of severe injuries and personal issues impacted his athletic career. Now, the former champion faces a potential 20-year prison sentence. While Cain grapples with the justice system, let's take a journey in his fighting footsteps, from remarkable triumphs
Spinning out of control. Oh, he throws knee to the body.
to heartbreaking tragedies.
This round, more so than...
At the age of 18, Cain Velasquez illegally crossed the border of the United States, where he soon married a local girl. The young family, while raising 3 children, constantly traveled from city to city in search of jobs. They primarily worked at plantations, harvesting crops under the scorching sun. Over time, the family settled in Yuma, Arizona, just 9 miles from the Mexican border. It was here that Cain, the youngest of the children, grew up, experiencing the harsh realities of immigrant life from an early age. Witnessing the hardships endured by his parents for his sake, he made a solemn promise not to let their sacrifices go in vain. Velasquez dabbled in various sports in school, but eventually focused on wrestling. The quiet teenager stood out with his exceptional work ethic.
I would see them go to work and not really complain about it and think that I gotta transfer that kind of mentality that they have for their work and put it into my work.
Upon reaching high school, Cain was already 6'1" and weighed north of 220 pounds. Eager to emphasize his Mexican heritage, he got a tattoo on his chest that read, "Brown Pride." By the time of his graduation, the menacing-looking young man had conquered the state championship twice. After enrolling at the University of Arizona, Velasquez transitioned to the national level. He achieved his highest result in his last season, finishing 4th in the country. In 2006, Cain left his alma mater with a combined record of 86-17 and a bachelor's degree in interdisciplinary studies. However, as we all know, Cain didn't become a scholar. In his last year of study, while contemplating his future, he got interested in MMA. Cage fighting was experiencing an unprecedented surge in the mid-2000s, rapidly transforming from a fringe spectacle into a legitimate sport.
I saw MMA, the UFC, all that. I saw the strong wrestling influence that it had in it. This would be a good transition for me. I can get you in touch with the right people and everything else.
Cain got acquainted with Dwayne Zinkin, the manager of AKA Gym, who then introduced him to the head coach, Javier Mendez. Intrigued by the rumors of a Mexican heavyweight, Javier decided to give him a chance. Throwing all his belongings into a car, Velasquez drove to San Jose. Cain joined a training room full of high-caliber MMA athletes and absorbed knowledge like a sponge. He diligently learned striking and grasped the fundamentals of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Following 3 months of preparation, the 24-year-old Velasquez was ready to take the test.
Cain Velasquez!
His debut took place under the Strikeforce banner. Cain immediately secured a body lock takedown.
Leg, and you know the game plan for Cain.
And settled in a crucifix.
And I don't think the Ronin is hurt, and he is just eating.
Tonight it is all the MMA rookie Velasquez.
The opponent managed to escape,
And being delivered.
Ronin's got no...
but soon went for an emergency landing.
Down.
The very first performance set the blueprint for Cain's future appearances in the cage.
Sparkling pro debut for Cain Velasquez.
A couple months after his baptism by fire, he headed to St. Petersburg, Russia. Signing with the Bodog Fight promotion, Velasquez faced the 4-0 Jeremiah Constant.
Taking on Cain Velasquez.
Tying up in the clinch, the rivals put on a wrestling match.
Oh, it is Velasquez.
Once back to striking, Cain turned to his boxing.
Back on their feet.
Jeremiah attempted a high kick, but lost his balance
High kick, but it's Velasquez who just trips him.
and was pounded into the canvas.
Constant, and I think he will. And that is it.
Word of the talented heavyweight reached the UFC, and it didn't take long for a contract to come his way. Already making it to the big stage by his 3rd bout, Cain clashed with another debutant, Brad Morris.
Ready to go.
Velasquez needed just 15 seconds to chin his adversary.
Morris with an early takedown attempt. It wasn't even close. Down he goes.
Raining down heavy ground and pound
For Brad Morris. Velasquez.
the Mexican gradually turned up the heat.
That rocked Morris right there.
Morris is in trouble.
Trying to roll out, trying to wrap that leg. Cain is
Allowing his prey to stand up, he unloaded in close quarters.
And another good leg strike. Caught him again with a combination. Morris.
Prompting the referee to step in.
shots. This fight should be
And
stopped
it
right
is
about
all
now.
over. Cain Velasquez.
In the summer of 2008, Cain was matched up with another prospect, Jack O'Brien, with a solid 10-1 record. Finding himself in the thick of things,
Gonna get a little action here.
he tossed the foe with an Uchimata,
They're getting at it right away.
passing to side control.
Fight his spot here for a long time against this up and
Velasquez settled in a crucifix
He won 21 straight as a senior at Arizona State. He is holding
and started hammering away.
shots. He's in a bad spot though, Joe.
He can't run arm. He can't protect himself.
He must intelligently
No matter how hard the Irishman tried to break free, it did little to protect his brain cells.
peppered.
And Cain's control is
About 50 unanswered strikes later, it was too much even for Mario Yamasaki.
can't defend yourself.
It is all over.
Wow.
Cain Velasquez.
Newcomer Denis Stoyanich received a similarly cold welcome. Moving his head side to side, Cain aimed for the button.
Nice jab by Stoyanich. Good leg kick by Cain Velasquez.
A clinch followed, where knees came into play.
Knees again.
Stoyanich is trying to block these with his elbows, but there's some power getting through there for Velasquez to come in, and
Velasquez felt like he was in a sparring session.
Stoyanich got caught. Man, he is
Methodically hitting the heavy bag.
tireless worker in the gym.
like the versatility. Good
right hand
game tonight. If spin movement here.
Stoyanich is still dangerous, but he's very one-dimensional. Velasquez is just devastating that left.
The Bosnian sought to prove he was more than a piece of equipment
Fine combination. Velasquez
by performing a ballet pirouette.
and another.
Stoyanich is just way too predictable for Cain Velasquez.
The Mexican powerhouse employed merciless ground and pound on the mat
Koscheck, a machine. They have to kick him out of the gym.
and forced a stoppage.
Fighting out of Holland and the Netherlands.
That's it.
And it is all over.
What level of challenger would you like to face next?
Whatever the UFC gives me, I got to go back to the gym, start training hard again, and just get that relaxed, that composure in here. And I swear next time you see a lot better showing.
Wrapping up his initial 3 UFC bouts in under 7 minutes, Cain really caught people's eye. His ever-developing striking technique,
With an early takedown attempt, it wasn't even close. Down he goes.
suffocating wrestling,
He's down.
and endless cardio turned the former wrestler into a well-rounded machine, racing towards a title shot full speed. Approaching the top of the rankings, Cain went up against Jake Congo. Being the world champion in kickboxing, the lanky veteran embarked on a 3-fight finishing streak,
Body kicking.
Oh, down he goes.
etching himself into history.
Big right hand.
It looked like he was out. Oh,
He
he's
is
out.
now.
He's out.
Nope, still
Oh,
up.
man.
With the greatest comeback in MMA.
He's in big trouble though. Barry looking to finish the fight. He got Barry. Pat Barry's down.
Velasquez was in for the biggest challenge of his career. Upon the initial engagement, Cain ate a couple of crosses,
Caught him,
but still managed to find a takedown in the chaos.
but he gets the takedown.
Smothering the rival from top position, he unleashed his sledgehammers.
Mount. Gives up his back, and he's not turtling in a position where the hooks can't.
As soon as Congo finally resurfaced,
Back, he can't seem to pull.
he was swiftly slammed back down.
Defense.
And he's down.
Cain takes the leg, but you know what that does? That just keeps his.
Velasquez experienced deja vu in the second round,
Oh, he hurt him again.
but the Mexican chin once again passed the crash test. Finding himself in his element, Cain continued polishing the bald head.
Roll over and give up the mount and then try to hip escape. He is, you know, and it's because of the ground and pound.
Despite occasional elbows from Chake,
Again, this is UFC career.
Nice elbow.
for the most part, he resembled a rag doll.
No.
Punches and knees, hammer fist.
Oh, knee.
Eating an already traditional counter on the entry,
Connects again. Oh. Stuffs it for him.
in the third round, Cain stuck to his well-practiced game plan.
Oh. And all the men from the Wolf Slayer. Man, Velasquez.
And poured on until the time expired.
Congo almost finished it.
But you know what? You can't doubt the new one's about his power and his ability to finish. Just
Shows the distance.
Tremendous heart displayed by Czech Congo, but tremendous control and technique.
Experiencing his first career adversity, in the fall of 2009, Cain welcomed Ben Rothwell into the league. Big Ben, despite his flabby physique, could surprise with both hands
Nice left hand, but
and celebrate victory with a triumphant dance.
Rothwell has done it!
In the process, he had managed to stack up 30 wins.
Good pushing forward, a shot. Oh, shot right. And it is all over.
28 of them inside the distance.
Rothwell's in trouble. Rothwell in trouble. Oh, through the ropes they go. Oh, no.
And here we go.
Getting a pit bull bite on Rothwell's leg,
Single.
Cain began tossing his 260-pound body around the cage.
To the cage. Dumps him right
Having finally pinned the giant down,
because of that. Beautiful.
he turned on the meat slicer.
Oh, big elbows.
Serious elbows.
Placing a shin across the throat, Cain dropped a barrage of hammer fists
And the crazy thing is, Ben has
and started flailing away,
his fight. Full mount.
Teeing up on Rothwell.
making the adversary hold on to consciousness.
This fight is very close to being stopped. Wow. Beyond great.
Seeing the high kick coming from a mile away, Velasquez took action back to his own domain.
Another takedown by.
Man.
Oh man, those are just.
Big Ben crawled to the fence in desperation,
Completely worn out.
but in the course of standing up, he was caught under a rain of missiles.
To win.
Oh, he's got the arm pin.
Damn.
And it is all over. Cain Velasquez.
Although the stoppage was controversial, continuing the brutal one-man show made no sense. Following 5 consecutive triumphs, Cain locked horns with a true legend. Minotauro Nogueira was a Grand Prix winner in rings, a former Pride FC champion, and briefly held the interim belt after joining the UFC. It was a #1 contender bout, guaranteeing a shot at the gold for the victor.
And here we go.
Voluntarily giving up the center, Velasquez displayed much improved striking
That's perfect technique. Oh, he caught. Oh, good combination.
and successfully chopped down low.
Another beautiful leg kick by, and again,
May not want to.
Cain kept his cool
plan in this fight is probably to keep it on the feet. Oh, nice knee. Excellent combination.
and meticulously prepared a kill shot, which soon shook the entire arena.
Oh, look at that combo.
Nogueira's down. Velasquez looking to finish. It is all over.
Wow.
Cain Velasquez.
Intercepting the enemy's jab with a blazing fast 3-piece, Velasquez unloaded a full clip.
Passes the guard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, boom.
The Brazilian took a gamble, but luck simply wasn't on his side that night. The knockout of the night came with a nice bonus check and a ticket to a rendezvous with the champion.
To become a legend, you have to beat a legend. You did tonight in outstanding fashion. Congratulations. Look forward to seeing you again.
At that time, the heavyweight crown belonged to Brock Lesnar. Transitioning to MMA from the world of pro wrestling, the NCAA Division I champion quickly adapted to quote-unquote real fighting.
Can you see me now?
And won the belt within a year and a half.
Heavyweight title on the line. Brock Lesnar pounding away. He's a short little shot.
Literally mutilating the opposition.
And it is all over. He's out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you, a humble champion, and I'm still the toughest SOB around, baby.
He quickly established himself as the biggest star in the UFC. Intending to defend his throne for the third time, Lesnar opened as the betting favorite.
He is the UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Brock Lesnar.
He just shoved that cop aside.
The moment of truth came on October 23rd, 2010, gluing millions of viewers to their screens.
It's on the line.
Brock would immediately go on the offensive
Curly right away. Throws some knees. Brock on the attack.
and secure a takedown in the melee.
There it is.
He got the takedown.
Cain quickly rose back to his feet
His back came back up to his feet.
and later held his ground against the fence,
Back again, and look at that.
Right back up.
escaping the bear hug.
Look at Cain's technique.
He fired a combo
Brock swinging.
and went the wrestling route himself.
Shoot a single.
And Cain.
Lesnar managed to get up, but his gas tank was leaking.
Lesnar.
Velasquez delivered a short flurry
Cain Velasquez eats an elbow. Oh, huge. He's
and moved in for the finish.
50 seconds. That's it. It is all over. Cain Velasquez.
After weathering the initial storm, Cain busted the myth of the fearsome Colossus. It was all said and done in less than 5 minutes. 2.5 years was enough for Velasquez to sweep through the royal division like a hurricane and capture the world title in his 9th professional fight.
Champion of the world.
Humble as always, the newly crowned king first thanked his loved ones and fellow countrymen.
AKA Javier Mendez, my family for being here. Hey, todos los Latinos. Hey, we did it, huh?
It was over, you know, the hard work that I did and everything else was for that moment. On that night, it was the most important fight of my career. I finally got that belt. This is what I worked so hard for.
In his first defense, Cain was set to face Junior Cigano dos Santos. Bursting onto the scene with an upset win over Fabricio Werdum.
238.
The Brazilian collected 7 scalps in a row over the next 3 years.
Boom. Oh! Down goes Ivo. Dos Santos.
And had risen to the #1 spot in the rankings.
Again, Mike.
I mean, you can go deep. Oh, he got Dos Santos looking for the finish.
Still, however dangerous Dos Santos' fists were, many believed that Velasquez's versatility would be too much for him.
Go!
Seeking to slow his opponent down, Cain started out with low kicks.
Has all the weapons, but really prefers to.
Junior didn't engage in a chess match, launching an overhand instead at the first opportunity.
Big shot! He's
Pouncing on the wobbled champion, Dos Santos left him battered and beltless.
all over! Junior Dos Santos is the new!
The man who was widely considered the poster boy for the new generation of heavyweights lasted just 64 seconds. Despite the devastating setback, Velasquez handled his first loss with dignity.
I just want to say sorry to all the fans, my family, friends. I disappointed you. You know, I have much more than this, and I will come back, and I will get this belt back, for sure.
Rather than begging for an immediate rematch, Cain agreed to welcome Antonio Silva to the promotion. Justifiably nicknamed Bigfoot, he used to hold the Elite XC title
He's out. Eiler's in trouble. He's hanging on his belt. Trying to finish.
and had sensationally demolished Fedor a year prior.
Antonio Bigfoot Silva putting it on. Here we go.
Velasquez quickly took Bigfoot down off a caught low kick,
Bigfoot can deal with Cain's speed.
Wow. Bigfoot
eating an up kick with gusto.
is good on his back. Watch the up kick.
He unsheathed his elbow blades and sliced Silva between the eyes.
And he fought.
Bathing in a fountain of blood, the descendant of Aztecs continued to inflict damage on the blinded victim.
Pounding on
Rosenthal might stop this.
He postured up to lash out with massive right hands.
And he's trying, but Cain is absolutely relentless.
And put an end to the gory massacre.
It is all over! Cain Velasquez!
By nearly skinning Bigfoot, Cain displayed an entirely new level of dominance in the cage. After such a slaughterfest, there was no doubt that he deserved a second go at Dos Santos. Nevertheless, Velasquez didn't talk a big game or call out his offender.
It's been a while since you lost your title to Junior Dos Santos. What has it been like stepping back, assessing your performance, and thinking about the future?
Just to know what you've done in the past, kind of get over that, get another step in the right direction.
Cain Velasquez, ladies and gentlemen!
Having eliminated the intermediary target in 3.5 minutes, Cain got what he wanted. Dos Santos had not been idle either, disposing of the former champion, Frank Mir.
Second time fighting for the championship. Big hurt Mir again. Mir's in a ton of trouble.
On December 29th, 2012, the two best heavyweights at the time collided in the octagon once again. Cain pressed on the gas from the gate, looking to score a takedown.
Jab. Another right hand.
Junior defended successfully.
He can keep this pace for 5 rounds.
But the pressure kept mounting with each passing second.
And his ability to keep this pace can be very
the challenger, Cain Velasquez.
This was the Cain Velasquez we all expected in the first fight. And
finally overwhelming the Brazilian, Velasquez catapulted an overhand.
First round. Big right hand by Velasquez.
And ended the round throwing heat from top position.
Just trying to survive. And he will. Wow.
Puts on people.
Opening the next stretch with a heavy sequence.
Cain Velasquez.
What a combination.
Cain didn't encounter the usual resistance anymore.
In round 1.
He kept the pedal to the floor.
Chances, nice outside leg kick there.
Right hand, left hook.
Maintaining the siege non-stop.
The striking
that Cain is having is his patience.
To kick off the championship rounds, Cain landed a cross.
Comeback it would be.
Top by Cain.
And soon switched levels.
You can't question.
Struggling against gravity,
Junior
Sagano promptly ended up on the receiving end of consecutive uppercuts.
Cain Velasquez, another body shot followed by an uppercut.
Oh!
Retreating on unsteady legs, he somehow managed to sneak in a reverse elbow. Entering the 5th lap, Velasquez looked as if he'd returned from a morning jog, while Junior appeared to have bumped into a beehive.
Velasquez trying to wrest.
The champion thwarted multiple takedown attempts early.
Despite
good round, this would probably be one of the greatest comebacks ever.
And Dos Santos once again.
But the challenger could not be denied.
Minutes to go, Velasquez working on a single.
Nice trip.
He delivered a high kick at the end.
Trying to work on the inside.
And kept Dos Santos pinned to the fence until the final bell.
Champion Cain Velasquez.
Cain put on a one-sided beatdown unlike anything the Ultimate Promotion had seen in a while. He landed over 100 significant strikes and 11 takedowns, effectively reshaping his opponent's face. Velasquez didn't just regain his championship status, he vividly demonstrated that what happened the year before was nothing but a fluke.
UFC heavyweight champion!
This fight was the hardest fight I've ever been through. I was so tired, but I just kept thinking in my head, just do it, do it, do it. Shit. Feels very good, you know, I just know he's gonna be back stronger. So I have to get better, that's the name of the game, I was getting better. And that's it, man, it feels so great to get this.
In his first title defense, 30-year-old Cain rematched Antonio Silva. After a dismal debut, Bigfoot got back on the winning track.
Brown trying to stick it. Big shot from and Brown might be out. Antonio, Bigfoot!
And in his most recent outing, snapped Alistair Overeem's 5-year-long unbeaten streak. Explaining their first meeting away as a bad night at the office, he promised to enact revenge.
Here we go!
Adhering to his classic strategy, Velasquez attempted to impose his clinch game.
Velasquez in the black trunks looks for the takedown early.
Immediately gets a single.
Making Bigfoot worry about the wrestling, he suddenly launched a torpedo and short-circuited neural pathways in Silva's cranium.
Trying to finish this fight early.
That's it.
Velasquez looking for the win. And it is all over. Cain
Velasquez not only handled him in one round again, he did it 1.5 minutes faster.
1-2, boom, drops to his knee. Well, how good does it feel to get the first title defense out of the way?
I don't think about it as a defend the title, get the title. I want to win every fight against the best guys, and this just comes along with it. So I'm just blessed tonight, and just want to say thanks,
Having captured the crown, Cain didn't forget his roots. Long after leaving his father's house and starting his own family, he still remembered his promise. To show gratitude to his parents, the fighter decided to surprise them with a generous gift.
Para nosotros, yo y Michelle, te compramos una casa. Sí. Aquí está. About your house already. My dad was shocked, very happy, very emotional also, but he's kind of like me in the sense where he kind of keeps it all in. But I could see it in his face.
Todo el tiempo lo llevado bien y yo pienso lo que yo le platicaba y le enseñaba y yo creo por eso está orgulloso de mí, yo estoy orgulloso de él. Y nunca se ha avergonzado de mí y eso es lo que más orgullo tengo.
His mother's reaction was more emotional.
It was very special and it'll be with me forever. If I could take my feelings to my grave, I'll take them with me because it was a very special feeling that I had.
He said it's nicer than our house.
Unsatisfied with the tie in the Dos Santos rivalry, in the fall of 2013, Cain sought to conclude the chapter with his arch-nemesis. After getting mauled in the second encounter, Junior came back with a head-spinning finish over Mark Hunt.
Spinning kick. Lands it. And it is over.
The showdown for all the marbles captured the attention of the entire MMA world, becoming one of the most anticipated events in recent years.
And here we go. Junior connecting early.
Taking a quick start.
Looks for a leg. He wants the takedown. What a start.
Velasquez walked into a solid uppercut.
Junior caught him again.
Having cooled down a bit, he found the target.
Junior, the only man to ever defeat Cain Velasquez.
And scored a takedown later.
Takes him down.
They grappled for a minute, and the challenger got back to his feet.
And he times a nice knee to the body, drops back.
Where he encountered some dirty boxing.
Good dirty boxing by Velasquez.
Cain continued to gain momentum, increasing his striking output.
And the knee. Nice shots.
Beautiful head movement by Junior.
Junior's got to be careful.
And a right hand
again.
Junior began to catch up by the midpoint.
Round 3 of chapter 3.
There's a big right hand. But it seems like Junior still has power. That's that he can still throw power shots like right there.
But the champion wouldn't let him revive the intrigue.
More so.
Right hand by Velasquez!
Despite his efforts to break the opponent,
Junior, he's not out of trouble though.
Dos Santos made it to the end of the round.
Again with a right hand, and again, unbelievable. Wow.
In the fourth stretch, Velasquez delivered a cross.
Caught him with another right.
And bombarded the counterpart near the cage.
But then he continues this strategy of staying on top of him.
Again.
Oh, man. Junior's in big trouble.
Flurry. Junior's
strategy.
Elbow. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
See Junior trying to...
Sagano never lost hope.
Nice elbow.
Trying to turn it all around with one explosion.
Oh,
good uppercut.
Cain opened him up in response.
Elbow by the champion.
And didn't even think of letting up.
With the big right hand. Nice knee. And again. But he got hit on the way back.
In the fifth frame, the Mexican face surgeon picked up the scalpel again.
Just throwing those elbows.
Caught him again.
Junior latched onto a desperate guillotine. but miscalculated the consequences.
Looking for a guillotine, look at this.
Oh, Junior's exhausted.
That's it.
It is all over! Cain Velasquez!
Holding on to the grip for dear life, the exhausted Dos Santos was driven into the canvas head first and rendered unable to go on.
Look at that, show of class and sportsmanship.
Cain emphatically concluded the title saga in his favor. Meanwhile, the Velasquez-Dos Santos trilogy entered the history books as a noble yet ruthless rivalry. No bad-mouthing or bravado, just two gentlemen producing three unforgettable battles, etching their names into the annals of the sport.
The undisputed.
For me, it's opponent that's respectful, you know?
Right.
I just think it's a thing of why talk trash before if we're gonna go in and show what we have no matter what, you know? That's how I see it. But Dos Santos also is kind of the same type of guy. You know, he's just confident in his abilities and what he's gonna do.
Next in line was Fabricio Werdum, disposing of elite heavyweights since the Pride days.
Nice. Oh, on over to the back to be able to finish it. He's too far out. Oh, he might get it here. He might get it here. That's it.
Vi Cavallo had many notable names on his resume.
The tap, and he's got it. Fabricio Werdum.
But above all, he was famous for ending the Last Emperor's 10-year-long reign.
Jumps on him. The tap there. He's got his arm straight. Oh, he's tapping. He's tapping.
Just 3 weeks away from the fight, Velasquez tore his knee ligaments. Expecting the champion to be sidelined for a while, the UFC introduced an interim title.
Nice knee. He got him. Werdum trying to finish.
Which Werdum claimed for himself. Eventually, the unification bout was set for June 13th, 2015, with Mexico City as the destination.
Here we go.
Cain wasted no time and charged forward, looking to catch Werdum on the feet.
Left again.
The Brazilian BJJ ace broke into close quarters, preventing the dogged champion from hammering away.
He's been talking Spanish for a month now.
Yeah, he's been living out here.
Velasquez felt threatened in tie-ups.
And good right hand. Oh, they're exchanging.
Both connecting, Joe.
Oh!
And leaned into his boxing game.
Hands of Cain Velasquez, Joe, as a counter. Take away the first Junior Dos Santos.
By the second round, Werdum picked up the pace.
By 7 on work ethic.
Good uppercut.
And managed to stun the adversary.
And again he gets clipped.
He tagged him.
Yep. Oh! Another right hand.
He was now clearly outstriking the champ.
Times he's been wobbled. There he gets
again.
He got wobbled again.
Who looked fatigued for the first time in 15 outings.
Altitude. He finishes those combinations with that leg kick. Another strong right hand. Look at that. Look at his team.
Vi Cavallo continued to press the issue.
Very disciplined for the hole.
But again, that leg kick. Oh!
And delivered a heavy knee at the end.
That leg kick may come into play later.
Oh, he got rocked with the uppercut.
He's hurt.
15 seconds.
Rafael Cordero is screaming at Fabricio.
Early in the third, Cain threw an unexpected high kick.
In the way he's thrown. Oh, head kick.
But Fabricio quickly got double collar ties.
With that head kick.
Got the knee to connect though. And more punches, and another knee!
Perplexed, Velasquez shot for the hips, right into a tight guillotine.
Lock it in! Can he get it?
He's stopped it!
It is all over! It is all over! Fabricio Werdum is the undisputed!
Cain didn't just lose, he lost due to stamina issues, the very aspect that was once considered the now former champion's strength. The contest took place at an altitude of 7,200 feet above sea level. Werdum arrived in Mexico City more than a month before the event, while Velasquez had only 2 weeks to acclimatize, which proved insufficient.
It's after the second round, man. Just body not reacting. That was it. It wasn't like as if I was tired or anything else. I didn't feel my lungs burning. Just my body wasn't reacting. Not thinking it was a big deal. It is a big deal, you know. And again, that's something that I messed up. You know, I didn't prepare well for it, so that's my fault.
The promotion had planned to set up a rematch, but Cain suffered another injury, this time to his back, requiring surgery. As a result, the heavyweight returned only a year later, sharing the cage with Travis Brown. The lanky Hawaiian had 16 finishes to his name.
Josh working very hard.
Those are nasty.
He's out. He's out.
Wow.
And boasted a collection of 7 post-fight bonuses.
Plodding forward. He's hurt. That's it.
Most of them in the knockout of the night category.
Oh my goodness! It is all
Velasquez put him on the back foot right away, letting his hands go.
Good combination.
After landing a sudden wheel kick, he unloaded near the fence and caught his retreating enemy.
Velasquez on top. Big ground and pounds. Might get the stop here. It is all over. Cain Velasquez.
Cain secured his 10th knockout under the UFC banner in a nearly flawless performance. Moreover, he showed that he never stopped evolving, adding new tools to his already wide arsenal. In the post-fight interview, Velasquez didn't ask for a title shot, but expressed his usual desire to compete against the best.
I want to fight the best guys. I want to fight for a title, yeah. Whatever the UFC wants me to fight, I'll do it, but I want to fight the best guys.
It seemed that Cain was back to form, but once again, the heavyweight's plans were shattered due to a series of injuries. His body simply couldn't keep up with the training intensity he set for himself.
Little better. Cain Velasquez, in my humble opinion, from heavyweights that I've personally seen fight, Cain stands out as the best. Wow. The reason why Cain stands out as the best is because he has superhuman endurance.
Yeah.
And his ability to put a pace on guys, what did him in is probably what also brought him to the top, is his mental toughness. Because his body started breaking down. He started having all these back injuries. He needed back surgery, multiple back surgeries, shoulder surgery, knee surgery. And I think it was getting up because he was working through pain and because he has the ability to tolerate pain that most people don't have.
As a result, the hiatus lasted a full 3 years, after which Velasquez decided to make a comeback. During this time, a new star had emerged by the name of Francis Ngannou.
Ngannou with some serious power.
Rightfully establishing a fearsome reputation.
Try to get a matchup with Ngannou. Here we go, folks. Tonight fight's
the generational clash ended up not being much of a fight.
more confident in it. Oh, he got Velasquez's hook. Ngannou closes the show. Oh, my God.
In an attempt to close the distance, the former champion ate a short uppercut and injured his knee upon falling.
Hurt his knee. Busted his knee.
The bout lasted only 26 seconds, which caused booing from the crowd. That's when Velasquez decided to stand up for the winner.
A fight.
Hey, give it up to Francis. He came in here, he did his job. I stayed a little too close, too early. Hey, I wish you the best. I'm super ready for this fight, even coming in here. Super calm and relaxed, ready to go. This is why this sport is so great. You never know what's going to happen at what time. I wish I could give you guys more. You guys know I can give you guys more. And again, I'm just truly sorry for this. You know, you guys have always been great for me, great to me. I love you guys as well. I'm sorry.
Cain didn't want to leave on a sad note, but the constant stream of injuries prevented him from coming back. As a result, he suddenly appeared at a pro wrestling event and made a flabbergasted Brock Lesnar experience flashbacks.
Lesnar just covering up. Lesnar trying to get away. Lesnar trying to retreat. When the hell's the last?
Just a week later, on October 4th, 2019, the 37-year-old Velasquez officially announced his retirement from MMA. Hanging up the gloves, Cain focused on pro wrestling. Being a fan of this sport, the former fighter successfully adapted to the new rules. Meanwhile, a life without the constant grind allowed Velasquez to find peace. By freeing his body from extreme workload, he was able to heal from his nagging injuries. In addition, after leaving the grueling routine behind, the father of two could spend more time with his family. Cain's life was going on its course until everything changed on February 28, 2022.
Cain Velasquez.
Cain Velasquez.
Cain Velasquez.
Cain Velasquez, the former UFC champion, will stay in jail while he awaits his trial.
While driving his pickup truck, Velasquez rammed into another vehicle and fired multiple bullets from a .40 caliber pistol. As a result of the chase and shooting, he injured one person and was subsequently apprehended by the police. It was revealed in court that the fighter was trying to get his hands on 43-year-old Harry Goularte, who had previously been arrested for allegedly molesting Cain's 4-year-old son. Goularte was later released from custody on a personal recognizance bond. That's when Velasquez decided to take justice into his own hands. However, it was not Goularte who was wounded, but his 63-year-old stepfather, albeit without life-threatening consequences. Be that as it may, Velasquez faced charges on 10 counts, including attempted first-degree murder. If found guilty on even half of them, he could spend more than 20 years in prison. The case generated significant public outcry. Many prominent MMA figures, including Dana White, joined the Free Cain campaign and wrote letters to the Santa Clara County Superior Court, describing Velasquez as an upstanding citizen and asking for fair treatment. Finally, after spending 8 months behind bars, on November 9, 2022, Cain was released on $1 million bail. Placed under house arrest, he returned to his home gym, aka to coach alongside his former mentor, Javier Mendez. Velasquez is currently awaiting his trial, scheduled for January 2024.
How's it feel to be out?
Appreciative, man. Oh, I just feel blessed, you know. Ready to go home. We will be with the loved ones, family, friends, and make something positive of this whole situation.
A decade ago, Cain Velasquez used to bulldoze opposition with never-ending pressure.
The man just, motioned for Velasquez to come in, and Velasquez's strike. Caught him again with a combination.
Beautifully mixed his wrestling with striking.
More so.
And was in the discussion for being the most dominant heavyweight ever to grace the UFC octagon.
Spinning out of control. Oh, huge knee! Huge knee to the body!
In just 17 bouts, he achieved legendary status, but severe injuries prevented him from fully realizing his potential. Now, he faces the most important fight of his life, with the well-being of his entire family at stake. Let's believe that justice will prevail. Free Cain Velasquez.
Here we go. Oh, look at that combo. Knocker is down.
And it's the first round. Big right hand by Velasquez.
He's holding on to the fence.
And he's down.
30-pound weight advantage in this fight.
Full mount.
Full mount. Whoa, look at that. Get out of that. Oh, beautiful technique. Oh, big elbows in this round. More so than...
I just want to be known as the type of fighter that the classic Mexican fighters are. Fight with a lot of heart.